what's up? Welcome to Aspie Chef number 5 from Aspie with Attitude. My name is David. I have a speech difficulty. I'm on the autism spectrum and I have a spooky syndrome, and that's why I call myself an Aspie. And what I'm going to be doing for Aspie Chef number 5 is I'm going to try and cook chocolate hazelnut cake, because I haven't done the dessert dish for any of my video. So at least you know that Aspie Chef number 5 is my first ever dessert video. So anyway, it's just time to get started for Aspie Chef number 5 episode 143. And before I start to get cooking, and what I need for my cake is, I've definitely got the brown sugar, so I bought an extra packet just in case if it's not enough. And this is just so expensive buying a hazelnut meal. It would have been cheaper buying almonds, so I prefer just to stick with the hazelnuts. And there's hazelnuts for later when I actually decorate my cake. And I'll be using cooking chocolate, and you always need flour for your cake. And I've got thickened cream and also butter and the eggs, and it's just time to get started. Before I get started, one thing I like to do is, in the preparation time, I like to actually get the oven preheated to 180 degrees Celsius or centigrade. And since it's a fan force oven, so now it's just all been preheated and got lights on, so I can see how my cake is really turning out. And I've got a bowl and a scale. All I want is 250 grams of butter. And I've just got to put all that butter in a small saucepan. So that's all going to be melting, because since this is all rather solid. And I've got to put it on low heat. And then as the butter melts, I've got to melt the chocolate in there just to, because this is how it's going to be done. Just to get on with making the cake, the first thing I need to do is unfold it for 1 cup, because I need 1 cup of plain flour. So I'll just do it over a bowl just in case if I spill a little bit on the table, as if it's ever going to matter. And the reason why you've got to sift the flour is, then otherwise the mixture is going to turn out to be very, very, very lumpy, which is something we do not want. Right, here we go. So I'll give it a nice whisk just to really break it up nicely. Now I seem to have got a wholemeal flour, but I hope it doesn't affect the flavour of the cake. And I guess the chocolate and the hazelnuts will actually disguise the flavour a bit. But I just really want to get rid of this flour as well. And maybe I can just pour a little bit more, because yeah. One and a half cup of brown sugar. And this is the only thing that gets very sticky, the brown sugar. And I'm gonna have to break 5 eggs for this one. I'm required to put 50 grams of wholemeal hazelnut into the mixture. So, put it here. And I'll just use a dirty cup just to put all excess in there because I felt that I might have put a little bit too much in there. And that's all got to go into the mixture. And before I go on any further, I've just shut the overhead cupboard. And I've got to put all of these in now, which is going to mix into sort of like a smooth mixture before I've got to bake it. Yeah, cool. Yep. I'm going to make sure it's all secure. And I'm just going to grab this. I just start with very slow speed. So I want to take these out now. And one thing I don't do at all is I don't go licking these like a lollipop, since this has got raw egg on it. Anyway, not supposed to have raw eggs. And also, plus this is very sweet chocolatey that I'm cooking. So this is just my first dessert dish for Aspie Chef. And I'll show you a mixture. Yeah, how smooth is this? Yep, anyway, I'm just ready to put into the baking pan. What I've decided to do is, I've decided I'm actually gonna use this, and I'll swap it around so you can see what I'm actually doing here. And I'll swing the camera down there. Yeah, that's cool. So you guys are seeing what I'm doing. So I'm gonna put it on speedy film then. And now you can just watch me put all this into the oven. So I like to actually use this, since this is going to be a bit too flexible, so I don't want to be spilling my cake mixture all over the floor, particularly on those Stanford pans. Like, I hate getting these pans that kind of dirty. And now I finally got it in, and this is going to take 1 hour to bake. And once the bell goes off, now I expect this to be ready. Well, the bell just went off, so it's been 180 the whole time since I started cooking. Now, I'm ready to take the cake out of the oven. And what I'm actually going to do is, I'm actually going to set the timer for 15 minutes. Just allowing it to cool. Well, this is the first time I'm actually cooking or baking a cake, matter of fact, for Aspie Chef, which is going to be Aspie Chef 5. If it's successful, I'm actually going to do more. And also, this is what I'm going to be doing for the topping. This is going to be so awesome once the cake actually cools. Now I've got the dark chocolate, the hazelnut, and it says to use thickened cream. I'm wondering if I'm going to actually use a Glamour and Sparkle just to sort of like make it look fancier than what it actually is. It is this chocolate hazelnut cake that I'm cooking here from Aspie with Attitude. While I'm only waiting for the cake to cool, what I've got is a resealable bag, and I've got the hazelnuts, and what I like to do is just open it a little bit, pour in the hazelnuts, we'll put that aside. And the reason why I want to seal this so it doesn't go everywhere. And I'm actually going to use this side, not this side, just to give it a nice crash. Now that all my cakes are actually cooled, it's time to go for the thickened cream. So like it's going to be half a cup of thickened cream, also fluid ounces if you understand imperial over metric. So in Australia we do everything in metric, so don't use imperial terms as such. So I can almost, well, this is just enough to sort of complete the meal. So what's going to happen is the rest of the cream's all got to go in there. So after all that, I didn't even need that cup at all. Now, since that the cakes have cooled off now, well, it's just time to heat up the cream. So I'll keep it on low heat, and I'm going to use a wooden spoon, and just to quickly show you there's cream in there. Now I can show you this is actually very thick and saucy, which is going to be like the icing for my hazelnut chocolate cake that I'm actually been cooking. So I've cooked them into like muffins rather than just doing a round cake. And now after I've completed my cooking, so like I'm going to grab 3 cakes at a time. Now it's actually cooked nicely. Yeah, just the way I want my cakes to be. Now I have finally finished baking all that cake. Since you've watched it all the way through, what I did was a hazelnut chocolate cake. And now that it's all cooled down, you can just check out how the toppings actually stayed on the cake. And also the glamour topping. Now it's just so cool. And it hasn't really burnt at the bottom, which is actually even awesome. And before I go for a taste test, I got myself just 1 cup of coffee, because coffee just goes so well with cakes. And now I've just got some whipped cream, just to top it all off. I'm ready to have a taste. They're kind of hard and crunchy, because the main cause of it would be that I put a lot of brown sugar in there, like you said in the recipe. And I'll wash it down for coffee though. And now, just as I sign out Aspie with Attitude. And I would like to say, if you really enjoy what I'm doing for my YouTube channel, which is a fun filled video called Aspie Chef, please subscribe. And also I'd like to do more of these cooking videos. And perhaps for Aspie Chef number 6, I would like to cook a soup. And also you can keep up to date with videos like this if you use the notification bell to keep up to date with Aspie with Attitude. And also, please like and share my videos around with your friends, with your family, and the autistic community. And also, yeah, it's time to sign off, and I'd like to say peace and respect. Hope you really enjoyed this video from Aspie with Attitude, and see you next time.